It seems like more signs that they're trying to actually put a floor to all this as well.
Yeah, that's certainly the aim. It's just basically the latest effort that we've seen from the group to try and shore up investor sentiment. But as Rish, you said there, we do have that new credit report, and the point of this was also to ensure investors it has not only sufficient cash reserves, it can also meet its refinancing obligations, because we saw a lot of Adani notes falling into junk territory. And so when you had that debt maturing, it would have made it very difficult for refinancing. So as you said, in terms of the gross debt, we're looking at around $27 billion at the end of September. That does echo really what we heard back from the CFO of the group at the end of January. And actually, in terms of cash reserves, Adani Group says that those increased over the last quarter. Its cash balance now stands at just over 316 billion rupees. That's what the group is reporting, up from just under 300 billion at the end of September.
They also spoke about, at least they talked a little bit more about the market risk to the cash flows.
Yeah, this one they really played down, because the point they were making here is that a lot of their cash actually comes from longer-term annuity contracts, and also a lot of their money that is made comes from infrastructure projects. So you're talking around 80% of that before you put in those discounts for interest, tax, other areas as well. So in terms of reassuring investors, well, that's the big question. You can see there the results we had yesterday. Still two of the companies trading down to the daily limit. Here we did see Adani Enterprises a little bit more positive, but that is partly down to its earnings as well.
Which were profitable.
They were, Rish.
They swung into profit, so there you go. And
they did swing back to profit, yeah. So coming in, yeah, that's right. $99 million for the quarter ending December. So you're talking about 8.2 billion rupees. They actually had a loss in the prior quarter on the year, rather. Not enough brokerages that track this to get an average analyst forecast, but still they said that revenue surged around 40% across its business units. Adani Enterprises, to give a bit of context here, it is sort of seen as a bit of an incubator. It does develop a lot of different business units, so it has a huge range of interest from mining, airports, new energy, but it was positive on all of these. When you take a look at the earnings across the week, a lot of them have been quite positive. There's still been some good growth, optimism that's come through from these business units, but still a lot of concern here really from a range of factors, including cutting the capex plans, revenue growth targets, and then yesterday as well there was a local media report from the Economic Times saying that perhaps Adani Group is also talking to Abu Dhabi's IHC, which was one of the key investors in that axed share sale and has been a big backer of the company in the past, that they could be looking to them for a fresh capital injection. It's possibly one of the reasons that the company or group continued to sell down. But of course, Adani Enterprises, you can see they're a little bit more positive after the earnings.